morning. Here, Stacy. Good morning. We're live. No one's on yet. Usually takes a little bit.
For the dance party?
No. Try to. Okay. This is Stacy. I'm Liz. We're broadcasting from the back of our shop today. You can see our shop. We have a bar behind our shop that we open up during events and stuff. Otherwise, we use it for art projects. But we're working back here today on a piece of furniture. Stacy is going to be the main worker here today. What would you call this? This is kind of like a little hutch. It's a little display piece.
Yeah.
We'll show it to you in a second here.
It's a cabinet of sorts.
Cabinet.
For tchotchkes.
For tchotchkes, for books, for a lot of things. So we'll show it to you. We'll show you what we plan to do. But let me start out again. I am Liz with Liza Jane Designs in Afton, Minnesota. I should be live on the IOD page, on my own, and on my YouTube channel here. And I hope everyone can hear. I think. I just remembered that I'm using the phone or the microphone on my phone. So maybe you hear better now. Let me switch over. That's a very tall tree you can see right there. But I am going to switch this. I'm going to switch the camera to the back, I hope. We're going to use the back camera. If this will let me. Here we go.
But are we?
Back camera. Yes. I'm going to switch that up a little. Not sure why that's not working. So Stacy, show people what you got while I figure out
The camera situation?
the camera situation.
Can't you just flip it this way?
Just go ahead.
So we are going to be doing an inlay on the back of this cabinet. This is the Trompe Laurel. See, I speak French. Bonjour.
We had to Google that. We asked Siri how to pronounce
All right.
it.
Spoiler alert. I have a cheater.
Yes, it's for a helper for me. I think of Frito-Lay, but it's Trompe-Lay. Trompe-Lay.
Okay.
Not Frito-Lay.
Oh,
Trompe-Lay.
okay.
Laurel.
Okay. So you have. Can you flip it to do the piece? Your phone.
No, Stace, please. I have to redo this. You just keep chatting.
Okay, so we're going to do the inlays on the
I'm sorry, you guys. It's always a clown show
back
here.
pieces. Okay. So here's the piece we're talking about. Hold it here, please. So we're going to be putting the backs. We're doing the inlay only on the back.
Yes.
So that will be back here.
So we're going to line these up, and Stacy marked them 1, 2, 3, 4 across the back. So she's
So we
going to
have
line
1.
those up. We're going to do some measuring to make sure. I have found that what's really important in getting a good looking design is doing the measuring, getting it placed exactly where you want it to be, or it'll look kind of unprofessional. We're okay with imperfect, but balance and things like that, I think, are important to get as right as we can get them. Stacy's going to put on her safety gear.
I find that I'm a very messy painter.
Yeah, she gets that from me.
It will be in my hair.
Yep.
Under my toes.
Yep.
Just happens.
On the neighbors.
On the neighbors.
It's everywhere. So we have no comments yet. Are you guys just blown away so you don't have any comments?
All right, I'm going to open this. So we kind of pieced it together yesterday, and we have decided we're going to use the flower portion here on the open spot right above that drawer, Mom.
This is going to go here. So what part of the back is going to be?
That will be this one, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep.
All right, so let's place them on the table this way so they correspond with the furniture piece.
Okay, hold on.
So this will be up to the top, right? No.
Nope. Here. And 2, because the tape is on the back.
So this is 3?
That's 3.
So 3 should be next to 4.
It's going to go like this.
We don't get along that well.
Yeah. It's 1, 2, 3.
Then 4 and 5.
All right, you were right about this one.
I was right about that one. And we'll match it up at the bottom, right? Because this comes up shorter.
Yep.
And so we're putting those together. Try to push those up tight as they're going to be placed on the board. No one can hear us now. Oh, you guys, I think I am. Stacy's messing with the audio, or I'm messing, lost the sound. Okay, you guys, I have to get myself back in here with the other camera. So I'm going to turn this a bit so you can watch Stacy lining these up. It is important to get them right. And then she's going to take the handy dandy ruler here and measure the size of the square and how far down it comes. Oh, there you go, guys.
So we have 36.
There, better.
36.
May I?
And 2 3/4.
May I again?
You may.
This is the working part, right? Come back over here to this. We're working from the top down. So it's higher here because we're going to come to so the way you have them arranged is excellent, but we want to start our measuring from the top of this short board and come over here. Will you hold this for a minute? So we're going to come behind, and the opening here is 18 by 15 and a half. So it's 18 by 15 and a half. And we're going to give a little wiggle room, come down about, so let's come back over to here. Can you put this on here? So we start about there. That's going to be hidden 15 and a half. We could use a pencil. Here we go. But I think I'm going to use painter's tape instead. We kind of just come across here at 15 and a half.
So that's dead center, right? Ish.
Well, this is our working area. So, you know, there'll be a margin for when we push the wood in. This will be holding it in place. So we'll come across here about that far. And that is our space now for our, does that make sense?
Yes.
So this should be 18, and it is 18 by 15 and a half. So you want to now take out your paint inlay and I'll go ahead, and there's a cheat sheet again, the Trompe. Why did the picture leave again? There, it's back. Okay. And thank you. Someone said it looks beautiful here, and I have to tell you, it is beautiful here. Let me show you around a little bit while Stacy is. We've had some events, so we still have some tents up. We have a little stage back here where we do live music sometimes, and I want to show you the beautiful garden next door. It's a nursery here, and they do yoga in this garden on Saturday morning. So the yoga group just left, and you know, it's pretty marvelous. It really, really is. So we feel so fortunate to be here. Stacy's got her Trompe, not to be confused with Frito-Lay again. And we're going to focus on that floral image here.
Where are my scissors?
All right, we're going to get the scissors. Have you decided yet if you want to use, oh, I love just the subtle colors in here are going to be fabulous on this. All right, Stacy's never done a paint inlay before. So we're going to demonstrate how easy it is to do if you just stop being a little bit scared. Thank you, Amy, for sharing. Glad that we're back. Yes, Helga, we have had so much of that same smoke here. I hope you guys can hear again. So Stacy, go ahead and cut out one of those. So just these grid lines make cutting easy. So just cut right up there. The little ants are joining us.
He has food. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Just put them on the ground is all. We're not squishing them. We're setting them free, but he can't be in our project. So here we go. Just cut that guy right up the middle.
All right. We'll use the dog treat to hold these down.
Yeah, we have, if you're in the area and you bring your pet, we have little tiny dog biscuits.
Okay, so it's cut.
It's cut, but where's your working area?
Here?
Up there. This here is your canvas.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
All right. So let's look at which way you want it. Up or down, across. I
think
like that.
Yeah.
I think that looks great. So you can use these as, you know, partial centering, right? Mm-hmm. I think you're coming a little too far to the right, but back up and let's just look. Yeah, that's pretty good. Use those lines. It's going to cross over both of them.
Should I mark that with a pencil?
Let's put a little piece of painter's tape right there. And then just fold it back.
Where am I putting it?
Just tape it right there so it won't interfere.
Oops.
with the design. Our camera keeps dropping in and out.
Does the volume go with it?
And the volume goes with it. So I'm going to turn that around. Okay, camera. Back camera. You got to be agile and nimble here to do this job. We're back. Stacy, could you hold the camera for a minute and I'll show you what I mean. So over here, this is where you decided you wanted to put it. Yes, right out there. So I'm going to say, let's tape this off. Just right here. We just put a piece of tape right on that.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to fold it down.
Ouch.
So it's out of the way, but you're ready to put it back on.
Okay.
So give me that, grab your paintbrush and start putting your paint on there, because the paint inlays work by being laid into wet paint. Oh, Baton Rouge. I spent a lot of time in Baton Rouge after Hurricane Katrina. I came to love the place.
All right. It's wet.
All right. You're going to need to get over here some too, because this goes into that area. All right. So you got a little more over here. All right. So she's got her second coat of paint applied on here. Why don't you cover that? A little bit of stain got on there for something. All right. And now just lay this down in a nice smooth way.
That looks good now.
Nope, it's okay. Trust what we did. And she has a brayer handy. This is a way that I like to make sure we're making good contact. Mm-hmm. So do the brayer with no water first. And usually kind of out from one way. Start in the middle and push to the edge.
Like that?
One way.
Oh.
And try not to get paint on that brayer, because then you'll be rubbing it back onto the tissue. You don't want that. One way, not back and forth. There you go. All right, that's plenty good. Now give it a spritz. So after getting the inlay nicely into the wet paint, we're just gonna run that one more time, making sure. I don't know why. My phone connection using the camera that way just isn't working today. So we're going to give up on that, and we're just going to use the laptop camera. So I'm going to move things closer so we can view them We're just gonna pivot again, Stace. We pivot on a dime here, right?
Yep.
Nope. Let's put it right here. So you can see where we are with that. I hope. So we've got this guy. It's wet. It's activated. So now we're just waiting for it to dry. And it's pretty warm here. So before we sign off, we're going to be able to show you how that comes out. Now we're going to move on to the long part of this, which, if you recall, right, is going to go inside where this glass window is. So we'll be working inside of that. I'm going to do a little quick measuring back there while Stacy starts to paint.
We have customers already.
We have customers, so that's awesome.
It's that really nice guy that was here yesterday. Brought his wife back.
All right. So Stacy's going to be doing some painting on here. I'm going to measure while Stacy paints.
And
And
painting the whole thing. No, yeah.
well, maybe before, let's figure out the layout of these for yourself. So you're going to snip those. This one, I think, which has the open weave, that's going to be nice on here because we can make it really pretty long by connecting them. So Stacy's going to snip along those lines. Did you let the people into the shop? Yep. Okay, excellent. Turned on the lights? Nope. Okay, I'll go turn on the lights. So
I'll do it like that.
You work. I've got the camera set on you, so.
Okay, so when I'm done cutting.
When you're done cutting, you're going to do a dry layout on the board so you know where you want to put it. Maybe, and this is me thinking, this piece raised up is pretty much the center. So if you work off that with one of your pieces, so that's me. All right, Stacy's going to need to help our customers. I hope you can see okay. So she cut this portion of the Trompe Laurel design because we're going to make it a nice long feature here. She cut them out, so we're going to place them evenly across the board this way. And we have removed these pieces from the back of our cabinet piece, right? So it's easier to work on them flat this way. We don't have to work around the shelves or any of that stuff. We can just work on the flat horizontal surface, which makes it a lot easier. So this is looking nice, I think. We're going to have a little extra space up top. So I'm going to take this image. So this is a little bit different of a design in the Trompe set. And I'm going to do that across the top. So we're designing on the fly, right? We're going to come across the top here and bring that up. Make sure they're all kind of going the same way. Like so. You can see, I don't know, but I'm just lining these up along. See if it looks better that way. Yeah, we could do like that. So we're kind of mirroring it. So there you go, like that. And then we're going to take one of these at the top, Stacy, and one of them at the bottom to finish off the design. Whoops. Working outdoors is lovely, but then there's the wind. So you got to work with that a little bit too.
That one and one more?
Nope, you're perfect. This one's going to go across the bottom, just like I did here at the top. We're going to do the, we're going to tape them in place where we want them. Yep, something like that. So just taping these so we can move them and get wet paint under. Lining up, you can use the grid lines to get it. There's no feeling to cut them the same. I think that's good. That looks good. So that one's there. I want to take those others down, and I will bring us here a little bit, and we'll just start putting some paint. I'm going to go a little less juicy with the paint, in the sense that I want it to be wet where we have the design. I don't want it wet everywhere. So getting the wet paint down. So the paint is wet underneath. I really don't want it oozing out because I don't want to get it on top of the paper. So we're putting that down. Grab the brayer quick. We're going to tag team this a little bit. I will get this wet, and Stacy, then you can do the bottom. Yeah, I'm just doing them one at a time.
I jumped the gun.
You grab the front. So you guys, I think you can see in that camera. So here I'm going across. The design really is just in the center, but I'm coming up over that ridge so the design can extend there. Just not wanting it on my paper if I can help it. Putting that down. All right, there's some for you. So laying that in there, pressing it so that it goes right around that edge. First with the fingers. And I like to smooth out these edges so I don't get a big clump. Right now I'm smoothing it with the paper towel. Making sure those paint parts are down. And adhered. See if we have any questions. Becky from near Buffalo.
Becky!
Hi, Becky. Hey, John. So good to have you on board here with us today. Say hey to Jeff for us as well. Stacy and I are here working on the furniture. We've had technical issues, but do we let that stop us? No, we do not. We just keep on it going. So I'm gonna.
That neighbor John?
Nope, that's John that we met in Sacramento. John from Thistle and Company in Pennsylvania.
Oh yes.
Well, I just noticed something. What? It's okay. We're not pretending.
What?
No. What I noticed is this lines up perfectly with that. Did you already put paint on that?
Yes, you did.
So this is going to be all right. So we extended it out intentionally to have more balance on the piece.
Why isn't it supposed to be lined up with that?
No, I think it is supposed to be lined up with that, but we didn't do it. So now we say that's a design element. And we intended it so that we could have more balance. It's going to be cool. All right, I'm going to put paint on the center one. When you have two people going, theoretically, it should go twice as fast. That's the first time I think my daughter's ever listened to me. One way. All right, maybe not the first.
At least the second.
All right, getting that into the wet paint, wrapping it on the edge so the design extends over there. Yesterday, I was messing around with the Morocco Paint Inlay and using it on a navy blue paint on a charcuterie board. All these words that are hard for me to say, I have to ask Siri. I thought it was charcuterie, but Siri tells me it is charcuterie.
Words are hard.
Trompe, like Frito-Lay, charcuterie.
Oh, I think the paint.
Yeah, wipe. We don't want paint on the top, so try to wipe that off.
What happens when there's paint on the top?
Well, it can just, I don't know. It's not that critical if you're not painting it down on the sides, but just avoid it. Better to have only paint underneath. We don't want to get it on top or paint down the sides, or the paper will end up sticking to the board. We don't want the paper to stick, we just want the design to stay. So we're coming here again, like so, both of us, laying down the wet paint. John, we're waiting for you to come visit. Our Airbnb is up and running. So whenever you're ready to come to Minnesota, I definitely recommend the time period May to October. Unless you're into winter sports, then December can be lovely. It really can be. And I'm into winter sports like painting and furniture rehab. Those are my winter sports. They're all done indoors where the central heat is wonderful and sometimes a crackling fire. So December is also beautiful. I gotta tell you, I'm not nuts about the spring in Minnesota. It's more like mud season than it is like spring.
It's brown
and muddy. But May to October, even May through the end of the year. May to the 1st of January is nice. So if you're gonna come, that'll be my time that I'd recommend. So we got this wet. Are you coming, Stace?
coming along on my last piece.
All right. I'm going to come say hello again. Hello. Hi there, Sherry Martin. We're getting a fuller view of this here. I want to Okay, sound back again, I hope. The technical difficulties that I thought I'd worked through in the last few weeks are just popping up all over again.
Surprise!
I think I also need better Wi-Fi here. That's probably part of the issue. Just killed the tiny ant. Okay, so getting that wet down. The brayer is nice, but it is optional. If you don't have a brayer, you can use your hand or you can use a towel like I am here and just do-si-do. Out of here. So this part really needs a bray. I see wrinkles, I see dead people, and I see wrinkles. Not enough caffeine, I think. Or too much. It's hard to get right on, just the right amount, isn't it? Okay, we're going to come around to this one. Let's see how long we've been on. 36 minutes. Okay. Yeah, those are a little weakly, but that's okay. I'm just going to try to lift and see. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to pull up. So that's telling me it's getting dry. The way you get that to release is to spray it again with some water. So we spray, once it's dry, we spray again. We lift. Oh my goodness, Stacy. What? Come look. Can you guys see it?
Evan, my son, would say, this is so satisfying.
This is so satisfying. Isn't that gorgeous?
I love it.
So, there it is. I mean, later, if we want, we could take some of those pieces we put on along and maybe add some right here. But let's take it over to the furniture piece. Can you do that yourself? Okay, so I can. So Stacy's going to bring it on over. And we'll move our staging here.
So it will be something like that.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Can you see it on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
So while you're looking at it there, what do you think of adding just on here?
Will you grab a piece for me?
I will. Let me put that right there. See if it. You guys are getting a close-up view of that while I go get. I think that could be super nice looking. Can you see it on the camera?
Nope.
No, not yet. Yeah, I think one on each side. Mm-hmm. Can we get votes?
Let me
Can
see.
we poll the audience?
Yeah, help me out here.
What do you think of adding the vertical pieces on the sides?
I have
Do you
it.
think yay or nay? Stacy has kind of. I'm in favor of one
the
on
one.
each side, and I think we should go for it.
I vote
Sherry
one.
Martin says yes. Do we have any more yeses? Do we have any nays? Speak now or forever hold your peace, guys. We're going to take it back down, and we are going to add those. It's designing on the go. Stacy, want to lay that piece back down? I'll help you get it. And okay. So
I will cut.
I'm going to go check on our guests in the shop.
They're not here anymore.
Did they leave?
Yep.
Darn. Okay. Maybe they'll be back. I did tell them that we opened at 11, but they were too excited. Maybe they're grabbing coffee and they'll come back. We have a nice little ice cream place where you can get an affogato. I didn't have to ask Siri how to say that. Affogato is espresso, fresh hot espresso poured over ice cream. I always like it over caramel, salted caramel ice cream. And it just starts to melt right in the espresso, and it's so delicious. We should get that for lunch. We should get that when we're done here. A little treat for ourselves for our technical difficulties. You want to do this side and I'll do this side? So we'll each take a piece. What's gonna work? Teamwork. I hope that's from Wonder Pets. That's the Wonder Pets people don't sue us for copyright infringement. Serious. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna fold it in half. Yep, there's the center. And I like to work kind of from the center, which looks like right there. You go here. Well, I'm also factoring that this, well, this is going to be inside. Yeah, that looks good. So with your hands. Yeah. And on something this size, with a hand or towel swipe might be enough. Need more pink.
I know, but the brayer is so fun.
Well, if the sprayer is fun, you definitely should do it for me. Good, clean, healthy, fun, satisfying, as Evan would say. Satisfying. Okay. I'll spritz.
Alright.
There, little spritz, little gray, little puddle waking up. Okay. Here it is. Can you see it in the camera, Stacy?
Can this be moved?
No. It's, once we commit, we're committed.
Should I move this one that way then?
Nope. We should just be happy with it the way it is and celebrate its uniqueness. Because this is made by 2 humans, not 1 machine.
And you do talk about that a lot, how we are our own worst critics.
Yes. I think it's going to be fabulous there. No one will ever notice, except possibly your brother. Because, you know, he gets nervous when things are a little off. Okay, there it is. I want to see if you have any questions from people. We've been here 42 minutes, so we have a little bit more time. I do want to, Tracy O'Neill from South Africa, hello. I don't know if I've ever had a viewer from South Africa, so thank you for joining us today. Yeah, everybody's liking that we added that, Stacy, so thanks for your votes. We had no one against it, a lot of us for it. So I want to see, before we go, if Stacy and I can line up the long boards. That's going to be in here. Let me see if I can find something to put my computer on. Excuse me for making you seasick. So there's the piece. And here's the long boards. We haven't we have not yet removed the paper here, but you can get an idea of what it's going to look like, right? So right in here, like that. Can you see that? Here I am. You don't get a great view because of the glass. Let me open that up. Whoops. There. So you can see it behind here. Stace, how's this looking?
Lovely. Very subtle.
So put in some of your little staging pieces. So Stacy's whole idea here for this is she tried out different inlays yesterday, and she was attracted to the Morocco inlay. And this is the project we did yesterday, putting it on navy. So that is awesome, but it's a showstopper, right? It's very much of a statement all in itself. And that's not what Stacy was wanting for this. She wanted to focus on what a person might want to put in their display case. So she brought over some.
And I did love this. It caught my eye right away. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, that's the one. But then I put it up and thought,
It's too distracting for,
yes.
yeah. So there can be, there could be such a thing as too much. Who knew? Who knew that that was a thing, Stace? You could be over the top and too much.
We'll just throw those there. Open here.
I was thinking in there, so.
My mom recently told me she was going to name me Grace.
But something told me it would not be a good idea.
Ta-da.
So there, that's going to be awesome. Yeah, I think you made a great choice on the paint inlay, Stacy. And which one did you do first?
This one first.
Okay, so we're going to get ready to sign off. However, I do, yeah, John, doesn't that look awesome on navy? Okay, we're going to come here. We're just going to do one quick peel back because you get the whole idea, right, you guys? To remove this.
Yes, I'm starting.
There it is. It is so satisfying to have these gorgeous designs. We've been on camera for 45 minutes. We did the initial coat of paint ahead of time. But we've done this whole beautiful hand-painted finish on the back of this cabinet in less than an hour. Now, there were two of us, but let's face it, we weren't always working in tandem. But we had
I
fun.
think two of us equals one normal person.
Two of us might equal one normal person. So we definitely have fun. We're going to wait till these dry a little bit more. You want to do this one? Stacy wants to peel one and have that satisfaction. I don't blame her a bit. So let's let Stacy, nope. You want to wet it because that helps it to release again. So the process is figure out where you want to put it, then wet paint, lay it in, spray it, let it dry, spray it, remove. So now we are at remove. Slowly, peel that guy back. Try to get that hand out of the way so people can see. Did you put yours on upside down? I think she did.
Oh no! What if I did that to all of them?
Oh, I hope you didn't. So you guys, we learned another thing to be careful about.
Yeah.
However, if nothing is lost, we're going to use that same, we're going to turn it around, we're going to lay it back in. That's good. So Stacy's going to get the satisfaction right here. Let's do this one. Half of that.
I don't know if that one's.
Well, we'll see if it's showing up in the picture on the. Well, we had that down for a while. So we get it right back to exactly where it was. We'll let it dry some more. So Stacy's very first time using these, she was pulling it tighter than it was. So there we go. Right back to where it was. Otherwise, it'll look like double vision. So Stacy was a true novice here, never exposed to paint inlays. I think she's doing a marvelous job. Thank you, Linda. I think it is going to come out fabulously. So we're going to keep working on this today. We're going to finish it up. After we remove all the tissue, we will spray sealer on it. So I use either an aerosol spray clear sealer or mix 50-50 my water-based sealer that comes with my paint line I mix that with water and just in a spritzer bottle, because why do we not want to just brush on the sealer, Stacy? Do you know?
No.
It is because that is still active paint. So, I mean, do you know what I mean when I say that? The paint is not solid on there and sealed. If we took a wet brush to it, we could move it around.
Okay.
We could blend some things out. We could, the paint will still move because it is wet paint. And water on it or any liquid on it, a sealer brushed across, could cause it to smear. So we don't want that. That's right, John. It activates the paint. And we want to get that sealed first, and then we can brush on our regular sealer over the entire piece. So we're going to keep working on this, and we are going to um, put some pictures. I will put them in the comments on this video on the IOD page and on my own page, and also post it on my page and in the Creative Tribe. So look for it in the Creative Tribe.
And then we're getting the espresso ice cream.
We're going to go get an affogato at the ice cream shop across the street. John, if you and Jack come visit, I will treat you to affogatos if the ice cream shop is open. They close seasonally, so keep that in mind. Yeah, going to sign off. I'm Liz from Liza Jane Designs. This is my beautiful daughter, Stacy. She doesn't listen, but she's a good girl. She's a good girl. I am in Afton, Minnesota, in the St. Croix River Valley, outside the Twin Cities. So if you're in this area, please come and see us in Afton. And otherwise, find your own Iron Orchid Designs retailer on the IOD webpage under Retailer Locator. So, always good to have you with us. Love you guys. Love you guys. And we will catch you next time. John, the affogato is yours. Up top. Boom. Catch you later. Peace out, John.